फिर तो आ जानी चाहिए।
हाँ अब आ गई है, ठीक है।
ओके 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 ओके।
ठीक है, लेकिन कोई और भी रिकॉर्ड अगर कर सके तो फिर बेहतर होगा।
कंसेंट दे दिया है।
एक मिनट।
There are only 5 minutes left to start the meeting. और मैं ग्रुप में एक दफा फिर दे देती हूँ।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन।
वालेकुम सलाम।
सर प्रोफेसर मोहम्मद असमत सियालकोट से बात कर रहा हूँ, कैसे हैं आप?
वेलकम प्रोफेसर, वेलकम।
जज़ाकल्लाह सर।
Just 1 minute left to start the meeting formally. Okay, it's 11 o'clock now. I am going to start my meeting formally. And Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we all are here for the first meeting on research management for sustainable development. So as per our agenda, we are going to start our meeting. And as per the first agenda point is recitation of Holy Quran. So I would like to recite myself a few verses of Holy Quran. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid walam yulad walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Sadaqallahu al-aliyyul azim. So today I'm going to open this meeting, and first of all I would like to introduce myself. I am Secretary of Management System Standard Division. I will give you the overall overview of Management System Standard Division, what is the role, what are the responsibility of this division, and if we all are here, so what is the purpose of this meeting and what we are going to do in this technical committee. So today we will give you a brief presentation of 20 to 30 minutes presentation, and then being a chairman, Mr. Raza Shah Saab, I would like to warm welcome to all of you, especially the chairman, Mr. Raza Shah Saab. He is from Sialkot, and he has given a proposal regarding this technical committee. There should be a compilation of research work which is going to be held in overall Pakistan, but there is no standardized mechanism. So that's why he has given a proposal to ISO, and then ISO addressed him to contact with National Standard Body, which is a Pakistan Standards and Quality Control Authority. That's why this technical committee has been constituted under the Management System Standard Division. So I am Zahara, and I am working as an assistant director overall in PSQCA, but I have been given a charge of this technical, this management system standard division. So I am working as a secretary of this management system standard division. So now I would like to request all members to give their brief introduction so we can move ahead then. So please. One by one, please introduce yourself, each member.
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम जी, मैं डॉक्टर हामिद मुख्तार हूँ. मैं प्रोफेसर ऑफ बायोटेक्नोलॉजी एंड आई एम डायरेक्टर ऑफ द इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल बायोटेक्नोलॉजी at Government College University, Lahore, Pakistan. And thank you PSQC for giving us this opportunity to serve the nation in our capacity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Hello, this is Dr. Suresh from Sakaraibi University. I'm Assistant Professor of Finance and Head of Blockchain Innovation Center at Sakaraibi. And once again, like Dr. Hamid Mukhtar, I would like to thank PSQCA and Raza Shah for initiating this standard. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. मेरा नाम अहमद भट्ट है. I'm working as a program manager for a Dutch program on sustainability. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ahmed Bhatt. I'm working as a program manager for a sustainable development program that is being run by a Dutch organization from Netherlands. I have an experience of 15 years in development programs from Germany and other places.
Next participant, please.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. This is Furqan. Been associated with SGS Pakistan as a manager, trainings and audits. Conducted more than 1,000 audits on different standards, including ISO 9001, ISO 14000, ISO 45000, ISO 26000, and some other related standards. My relevant experiences, most of the experience is related to the management system standards, not only in Pakistan. However, I've been served abroad on different projects. I'm also a lead tutor for many IRCA. I am IRC approved lead tutor for many ISO standards, including 45001, ISO 14001, FSCCOC, which is related to the Forestry Stewardship Council. Beside my duties with SGS Pakistan, I was part of the NED University as a visiting faculty member over there during the period 2018. Before in academics, I also have been associated with the Karachi University since from 2009 to 2015, where I've been worked as a visiting faculty member to teach their MSc level students. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
I'm Mohammed Zahir Gori. Good morning. I recently joined.
Next, please, sir. Once the introduction of one person is finished, then automatically start next one, please. Yasir Riasa, please introduce yourself. Razianam.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. I'm Razianam and I'm working as Assistant Manager Sustainability in Venus Textile Mills, and I'm associated from the last 4 years. And thank you, PSQA and Director of the Standards. I'm actually looking the environment and sustainability over here. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, next, please.
Can I introduce myself? My name is Mohammed Zahir Gori. Audits in different countries: Pakistan, Afghanistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Thailand, Malaysia, Iraq, Qatar, Oman, and many other countries. I am involved in the ISO 9000 profession since 1998.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Shall I continue? Shall I continue to introduce myself?
Yes, sir. Please, please.
I am also providing training as up to leader courses, and I have providing leaders and soft skills training in quality management system, environment management system, and safety management systems. I completed more than 1,100 audits in different countries, and also I am providing consultancies in different subjects. I'm a freelance auditor and doing audits for many countries. I'm doing audits in GMPs, SA8000, social accountability, SEDEX, SAMETA, and like that. So, Mr. Raza Shah requested me to join this forum, so I joined this. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, please.
Can I go next? I am Dr. Bizat Hussain Zedi. I have done engineering from NED University back in 2011 and PhD from South Korea in 2018. I've been associated with DHS of a university since 2018, since I came back to Pakistan. Before that, I worked with LS Industrial Systems, and I worked on different energy management things. And I've been working. Most of my research has been associated with energy management systems, especially the factory and building management system and electricity markets. Thank you.
Thank you, Bizat. Next, please.
standards for the last 15 years.
Voice is gone. Okay, let's
Now,
move on.
next, should I introduce myself? Yes, should I introduce myself?
Yes, sir, please.
My name is रहमत और मैं काम करता हूँ एक रिसर्च एजेंसी IRP के नाम से पिछले केसी के लिए काम करता है.
Yes, I was seeking certification by
उनको कहे वॉइस
arrange the certificate. You are not an ISO agency, you arrange the certificate, I thought.
मैडम लोगों की वॉइस बंद कर दें जब उनको कुछ ना करें.
Annie, we can't hear you. I think someone has muted all. Annie, we can't hear you. Please look into this. Yes, now you are audible. Thank you.
हैंड फ्री यूज किया था. आई थिंक इट्स नॉट वर्किंग क्योंकि मुझे थोड़ा सा हेयरिंग इशू हो रहा था तो मैंने हैंड फ्री कनेक्ट करने की कोशिश की थी. एनीवेज द इंट्रोडक्शन हैज बीन completed by our all candidates. Now I would like to request Raza Shah Saab if you are present. So please introduce yourself and over to you as per the agenda. Raza Shah Saab, please. I think he's unmute. Raza Shah Saab?
Yes, now you can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear.
Okay.
Please go ahead with the agenda.
Okay,
now.
I am Raza Shah, and thank you very much for providing me an opportunity to make a committee and to develop a new standard. By profession, I am working as a lead editor for a different standard, ISO 9000, ISO 14000, SA 8000, SATX, and 13485. So during all my experience, I have noticed that there is no any standard on the research and sustainable development. So I have took an initiative to develop and propose to the ISO for the development of this standard. So the ISO has directed me to approach my national body, and then I have approached to the national body, and now we have formed a committee, and hopefully we will be able to develop a new standard, and it will open many avenues, not for the researcher and the sustainable development practitioner, but it for only not only for the Pakistan, but it will be also very beneficial for the whole world. So and the professional we have selected, I believe that they are very much competent, and some of them I know personally, and they are working for the years on these standards. And I believe that we will be able to develop this standard in a very good manner and give to the whole world. And I have some slides to share with the participants, which will give us a way that how we will move forward.
Raja Shah sir, you are requested to announce first of all the apology who cannot participate in this meeting, because this is the decorum of standardization mechanism. Once you are unable to attend the meeting, your apology has been received to us, and this is our responsibility to announce the apology. So first of all, you announce the apology you have been received, and then give me a chance to present my presentation before your presentation.
Okay.
If you allow.
Okay. We have received some apologies from the participants, and one was from the Izzat Zara, and other participants have some problem in connectivity, and maybe we will share the recording with them and then guide them that how they can, maybe they are the new user of the Zoom, and I am receiving the messages from them that how they have to download the Zoom, but maybe after the meeting we will evaluate that how we can facilitate them. So there are 7 to 8 people are sending me messages that how they have to join the meeting, but actually at this moment we cannot, during the meeting we cannot facilitate them, but we will share them the recording and then evaluate how serious they are. And it is very clear that if anybody is not willing to work with us, we will not facilitate, or we will not be able to move forward any participant. So we have to be very professional and very dedicated to this national cause. It is a cause not only for the Pakistan, but it is a cause for the whole world. And the world is giving many things to the Pakistan, because you can see that we mostly standards we are using are from the other world. And this is the opportunity that we develop this standard and give to the whole world. So the commitment is very important for the development of this standard.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
So should I start my presentation with the
Yes.
permission of chair?
Yes, sure, you can start.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for my presentation now. Can everyone can see this presentation?
Yes, we can.
Presentation appear हो गई है screen पर?
Yes.
Yes, it is, Annie.
Yes, we can see. Yeah.
Sir, let's see. Okay. So today my presentation topic is to give you overview of PSQCA standardization activities. जाहिर है आप लोग इसमें अगर involve होते हैं, the mechanism of standardization. That's why I have presented this presentation के आपको पता चले कि standardization mechanism क्या होता है. बड़ी brief सी presentation बनाई है, वैसे तो ये बड़ा लंबा थोड़ा subject है, लेकिन just I wanted to आपको ये थोड़ा सा intro करूँ कि what is this. So first of all, I would like to give you the overview of PSQCA. What is the PSQCA? PSQCA is the Pakistani Standards and Quality Control Authority, and it's working under the umbrella of Ministry of Science and Technology, and it is also known as National Standard Body. So once you connect to ISO, it means if you want any standard and you connect it to the ISO, then ISO will report you to connect with your National Standard Body. So that National Standard Body is PSQCA. This is a National Standard Body of Pakistan. It is a member of international. I will give presentation. What are this authority to authority. So this authority is with the Now I would like to give you about major function of PSQCA. This authority's functions to promote standards and conformity assessment in Pakistan. Here we are using again and again conformity assessment. So it means once you have a mandatory product or mandatory item, we have more than 150 mandatory items, and the list of mandatory items is available on our website. Include the health and safety of the public, protecting the consumers' rights, and facilitating domestic and international trade. Because we are also a member of World Trade Organization, it also enhances international cooperation. We have a different MOUs with the international level. So we are also improve the international relation in respect of standard and conformity assessment mechanisms. Here are international affiliations of us, like World Trade Organization. We are also member of ISO. Obviously, we are a standard developing body in Pakistan, so we are directly member to the ISO. We are also member of International Technical Commission. The Electrotechnical Commission gives the standard of electronic or electrical products. So we are also member of this. You can avail the member of IAC, and you can avail the standards of STM International. And we are also member of OIML, legal metrology. It's related to the legal metrology. And World Trade Organization for the trade. We have a different barriers in trade related with the import-export processes. So we are member. So we follow all the guidance and all the standards provided by WTO. Apart from the international affiliations, we are also member of regional affiliations, and there are regional bodies like SARSO related with the SARC country. There are 8 countries in the SARC body, and then we are member of the CIMIC platform, and there are these under the OIC, and I think there are 51 or 54 now members. And we are also acting as a vice chairman in the CIMIC platform, and we are also a member of RISCAM, Regional Institute of Standard Accreditation, Conformity Accreditation and Metrology. And it is working under the ECO countries. So we all are members in these regional bodies. So now link to the standardization mechanism. There are 3 components of PSQCA. I would like to give you overview of PSQCA. There which we fall, and then there is a quality control center. Once you develop the standard, then the mechanism of quality assurance or conformity assessment is started. That's depend upon the volunteer or mandatory standards. So the quality control center has a laboratories, and in these laboratory test the product as per the mandatory Pakistani standards. And there is a technical service center that provides the technical services to the number of wide range of consumers. These are 3 components, and we fall in this category standard development center. Once we discuss the standard development center, there are multiple divisions working under different categories. One is the agriculture and food, that's related to the agricultural and food products, and there are number of mandatory standards. Similarly, there are automobile, civil, and so that would be the adoption of national standard as Pakistan standard. So overall, PSQCA has developed or adoption is so now specifically. Then two technical committees because we want a quality work rather than quantity work. So here are 12 technical committees, and number 7 is our technical committee, and we are conducting today the first meeting of this technical committee. Now, I am just giving you the overview. You all are responsible to report your chairman of the technical committee, Mr. Raza Shah Sahab. And Raza Shah Sahab is automatically a member of NSC, National Standard Committee, because each chairman of the technical committee is responsible as a member of NSC. And the basic scope of NSC MSSD is to formulate the national standards or adopt the standards, keeping in view the national needs. As Raza Shah Sahab perspective that he considered that this area is neglected in terms of academia. So he prepared a proposal and given to the ISO, and then ISO has directed him to contact with the national standard body. So our one of the scope, basic scope of NSC is to formulate or adopt international standards. As well as we are responsible to set up technical committee as NSC has proposed. Raza Shah Sahab, you are responsible to constitute this NSC. Then we allocated a membership to all of you. So what will we do? We will develop or adopt the national standard as a Pakistan standard. We are also responsible to approve proposals for the work, advise methods related to the research and development, and provide guidance and framework to all type of organization, because there are a number of management system standards like social responsibility management system, like anti-bribery management system, educational management system. There are vast field of management system standards. So you need to know what is our key role, and how you can give your input or feedback to this technical committee, or even you can give your new proposals related to your field, so we can give you an opportunity to become a chairman and work with the standardization. Apart from this, to study the work of international organization, you all are members are requested to see the website of ISO on quarterly basis or monthly basis, because you should know what is the working of ISO. Then you depict that working in your technical committee. You can develop a working group, you can develop a subcommittee, you can develop a project committee. That terms would be known if you will visit the website of ISO or IEC on a routine basis. One more scope of NSC members to advise and implement the established standard. Our standards are not mandatory, so we cannot implement these standards, but these are the volunteer document, and if the organization will adopt this, so they will be facilitated and they will improve their efficiency in terms of their working. Apart from the scope of NSC, there are fixed members of NSC. There are 22 fixed member of NSC, and all the technical committee chairpersons are directly or unanimously members of NSC. So these are the category like manufacturer and association. There are 5 representatives in NSC. There are consumer association members, academia, and as well as industry and commerce, government authority. These all members constitute the NSC, and then NSC is the policy maker, and this NSC is constituted, give the direction to constitute a technical committee in a specific area and give your input in the form of stakeholder engagement. So what is the technical committee and sectoral committees and working groups? The technical committee obviously established by NSC and report to NSC as well. You all members are responsible to give your input to the chairman of the technical committee, and technical committee chairman is responsible to report NSC members, and NSC members are responsible for the future direction or further decision, because they all in all policy maker of this MSSD division. The technical committees are identified by their title and scope. Every technical committee has a specific scope. So this technical committee scope is standardization in the field of research management and sustainable development. This is the scope of this technical committee. So it defines the work and limits of the work as well. So apart from the technical committee, the working group are specifically, let's suppose if there is a vast work in this technical committee, so chairman can develop or constitute a working group of some specific specific type of persons, like 5 to 6 members can be involved in a specific working, and that working would be considered as a working group of this specific technical committee, and the chair of the working would be considered as a convener. So you can develop a working group, and these working group and sectoral committees are responsible to report to their parent committee. And the working group has also a specific scope and as well as a specific limit of work. So members of both are open for notification. So your notification is almost going to be ready. I will share you very soon. Okay, the role and responsibility, this is a very brief. If I am in a secretariat, so I am responsible for monitoring, reporting, ensuring active progress of the work. I am responsible for all secretariat work for NSC and as well as for technical committee meeting. Being a secretary, I manage all technical committee and administrative services of the committees. And if you consider the role of NSC, then NSC is responsible to provide technical and as well as administrative services to all technical committees. Where is the chairman of NSC? There are two chairmen. One is the NSC chairman that is elected by all members, and one is the technical committee chairman. The technical which is under the technical committee, and the NSC chairman is responsible for overall administrative and overall decisions of the management system standard division. The technical committee is responsible for the development and maintenance of the standards, and the chairman of technical committee is also responsible for overall management of that technical committee. I think the role and responsibilities are clear to all of you. Now this technical committee, we are fall under the category of technical committee 7, and the title of this technical committee is research management for sustainable development, and the scope is standardization in the field of research management for sustainable development. Every standard has 3 levels, 3 components, you can say. One is the level, one is the subject, and one is the aspect. So if we are specifically talking about the national standard, because we are developing in our Pakistan, so this category is the national. And if you are working with any international standard, the category would be the international. The subject of our this standard is management, and the aspect is specification. There are multiple aspects like guidelines, like packaging and labeling, and there are so on subjects, but we are going to specify some things for research management. That's why these 3 levels, one is the national, management, and specification, are very necessary to know how we are working for these aspects. Then working layout need to be developed. You all are member, you all have right to develop the directions for the future. How would you like to work? This is your own TCNs. Your chairman is among you, so you can decide all the directions, all the decisions among you people. This is your technical committee. You all have rights to discuss your feedback, to discuss your input. So this is all about the working layout. Today we will try to discuss, and this is, I think, the same is replicated. So process of standard development. I have taken this picture from process of adopting international or regional standard. This is 3, 4, and standard stage 5. So this is the preliminary work item. Let's suppose you have given the proposal and NSC has approved your proposal. So you are here at stage 0, preliminary work. NSC work program. NSD work program has considered your proposal. Now you will enter in the stage 1, new work item proposal. It means the proposal is circulated among all the members, and you will evaluate that standard. Either it is complete or something is missing in this proposal. Once you have developed a consensus regarding the proposal, then you will enter in stage 2, and that is a committed draft. You will start to draft your standard, like what kind of the terminology you will use in your standard development, and what kind of the introduction you will induct, or what kind of the mechanism or procedure. I will give you one standard reference document, so you can develop a committee draft as per following the direction of that standards. After the committee draft, the public inquiry draft has been developed, and that placed on PSQCA website for public comment. So you are NSB, and NSB report to the Ministry of Science and Technology, and the national standard would be developed, and publication of national standard would be done by PSQCA. This is the overall mechanism of process for standard development. As I am telling you about the stage 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the stage category. You can, there is no any need to discuss at this stage. These are the stages: preliminary stage, proposal stage. Once you go to the ISO websites, you will see there are number of standards are working by ISO, and different stages or different stage code that is known as harmonized stage code, HSC. These codes are assigned to the document. Let's see, you will see the stage 30. It means the committee stage is going to be happening. Once we will conduct our next meeting, I will give you the overview about the National Mirror Committee. This is your committee, is National Committee, but there is another committee that is called National Mirror Committee. You all are able to participate in the international organization like ISO participation. All meetings you can attend, all votings you can done, and that committee is known as National Mirror Committee. We will try to make this technical committee as a National Mirror Committee, but once we want your input with a very dedications, and once we know you all are dedicated, so we will involve all you people with ISO to work on a international level and declare yourself as a national expert for specific standards. Then this is the mechanism of PSQC formulation. I told you the international mechanism. Now the PSQC mechanism is that the proposal has been received to PSQC, then evaluation is done by the member of NSC. Then NSC approved your proposal and reported to the technical committee. Now you are here. Circulation of draft. The draft has been circulated. Now you will receive the comments. All members are requested to see the proposal given by the chairman and then give the comments. If the comments are not available, then start your committee draft, and after the committee draft, then again circulate to all members. Then comments will receive. Then technical committee develop a final draft, and final draft will be reported to the NSC, and then NSC is finalize the standard and report to the as a Pakistan standard. After that, international commitment, this is a general slide, and I have just want to give the WTO agreement on technical barrier to trade has given five principles for the development of standards, and that are the transparency. There should be a transparency in your mechanism of standard development. There should be openness. All members have equal rights to give their opinion. The impartiality is a major part of the standard development, and the coherence to your scope is one of the logical thing, and address the principle of developing country. These are the five principles for development of standards as per international commitments. Then what is the role of NSB, like PSQCA roles? What is the role of PSQCA and what are the role of states? You want to raise the role of standards to the different stakeholders like business, industry, consumer, and third sector organization, because we want to develop a better understanding to all of you, and we want a better credible standardization mechanism all over the society, because there is a dire need of standardization in Pakistan. Whenever you go to the China, you will purchase a burger as per standards. But we are very neglected and we don't focus on the area of standardization. This is a need of Pakistan to consider the standards in each and every field. So enhance your confidence, enhance your trust on product, on services. So that's why PSQC role is this. And being a stakeholder, you need to understand the value of the standards, convince the credibility and effectiveness of national or international standardization, and also work in standard development process of PSQCA and engage yourself in the mechanism of standardization. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Annie. Will there be any comment session?
The chairman is responsible for allowing you for comments. So Mr. Chair is requested to respond, please. Shah Saab, are you present?
Yeah, I am here. Yes, if anybody have any comment, they can definitely share here.
So this is Dr. Suresh, and definitely we need to pursue the sustainability agenda, and also we need to pursue the SDGs outlined by UNO. However, slide the traditional concept of R&D divisions in every business. Somehow those R&D, in my point of view, R&D divisions are not working to their expectations in our country specifically. Similar to the large corporation, there could be an issue with the small, medium enterprises where we can help them. So my point was that we should be, targeting the small and medium enterprises with this particular RMSD, the standard we are trying to develop. And one more comment is related to the educational institutions. You were mentioning that somehow they are doing research, but those researches are not fruitful up to now because there is a lack of linkage between the industry and the academia. Both lack the willingness, or there's a trust lack of trust factor. So somehow there's a need to provide that linkage. We have a very bright minds in universities who can, work with the industry and solve their problems. So the question of impactful research could be resolved, because if there's no linkage, we don't receive the problems on which we need to do some research and show solution to our industry fellows. So there's a need of linkage. So there is research management for sustainable development and existing RM divisions, because research and development is not only about the product, R&D, which is being done in the corporations. They also pursue the same research methodologies, and they go very rigorously if they want to introduce new products and services. So we need to define that. And in particular to this technical committee, I am interested to contribute to give you a direction regarding the small and medium enterprises, because I want to give you my detailed note very soon, hopefully in 2 weeks' time, that how research management for sustainable development in the small and medium enterprises can be helpful. So I would like to look into that particular area. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Amit. Yeah, your point is very valid, and it is the same thing is in our mind, and we know that the link between the academia and the SMEs is very weak. The academia is going in the different direction, and the SMEs are have the different problems. So developing this new standard will definitely build up a strong link between the academia and the industry. And when we have this standard well, it will have specific requirements for the collaboration with the different stakeholders. And it will not be limited to the products. It will, when we are talking about the sustainability and the sustainable development, definitely we are taking care of the 17 goals of the UN. And in our mind, we have the concept of the sustainable development, that we will take care of the economic factors, we will take care of the environmental factors, and we will take care of the social factors. Because during the research we are conducting, the idea is very limited to R&D, but we are suggesting to change the terminology R&D to MSD, Research Management for Sustainable Development. Because for the many years, the only R&D could not contribute to the development of the industry, and now the scenario is going to be changed. Because if you see the different ISO standard, these are mostly the maintenance standard which are going very popular, like the ISO 9000, ISO 14000, ISO 22000. So we are going to develop a standard on the same pattern, which will link the research and the sustainable development, and it will set some specific requirement which everybody have to follow. So this is the intention behind this development and the purpose of this committee.
So, what I understand is that we are trying to redefine R&D, and somehow we are thinking that all the business actions and activities should factor in the research management component, and that research management will assess the alignment with the SDGs. And yes. I think that this will, yes, like you said, will further actually strengthen the governance and quality structures, or it will also further strengthen the profitability regimes of any company, and definitely environmental and social governance of corporations or SMEs, what we see.
Yes, yes.
I think that is a good,
take
good direction. Thank you.
Thank you. So may I present my slides?
जी राजा साहब, मेरे ख्याल से आप प्रेजेंट करें।
जी, thank you.
I think Annie is speaking, but we can't hear her.
So everybody can see my slides?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah. So
yes.
If you see that the traditional concept is R&D, research and development, and we are going to propose a new concept because the things are changing, and there is a very popular concept of the sustainable development. All world is talking about the sustainable development. So we are trying to link the research management for the sustainable development, because R&D is a traditional concept, and it seems that someone doing research in a separate mechanism, but we want to develop a research management system, which means that we will have a proper management system like the other ISO standards. So if we talk about the standards mean that something which is formulated by the professional, international professional, and it is a way to doing the things in a very proper manner. So it is the worldwide acceptable and popular way of doing the things. The ISO standard we are going to develop will be in this manner. And what we are going to develop is a ISO standard, because currently the ISO standards like ISO 9000, ISO 14000 are following the same mechanism. In the past, every standard have the different clauses and a different structure, but in the previous some years, all the management systems are following the same pattern, and it is called an XLL and a high level structure. So what we need to develop, we have to develop all these headings: the introduction, the normative reference, the terms and definition, the context of the organization, the scope, the leadership and the commitment, policy and objectives, role, responsibilities and authorities, actions to address risk and opportunities, objectives and the planning to achieve, resources, competence, awareness, communication, documented information, operational planning and control, monitoring, measuring and evaluation, internal audits, management review, non-conformity and corrective action, and continual improvement. So if we see any the latest standard of the management system, the ISO standard, it will be on the same pattern. So we have to develop our new standard, the research management for sustainable development, on the same pattern. So this is the pattern we have to follow, and we will put information and our data in each and every heading to develop this standard. The framework we have selected for the research, it is only the research process. Although the research is a very broader area, but our focus is only on the research process. And the research process have the 7 steps. The first step is the identification and definition of the problem and opportunity. And the second step is the planning the research design. And third step is the selecting the research method. And the fourth step is the selecting a sampling procedure. And the fifth step is the data collection. And the sixth step is the evaluation of the data. And then the preparing and presenting the research reports. So we wish that every organization follow the same research process, and we will put this research process in our standard, and we will develop the standard on the research process. But at the same time, we also want that throughout this process, the sustainable development should be considered. So if we talk about the sustainable development, it's mean that doing the things in a way that not compromising on the future. There are three elements that we need to consider. It is the economics and environment and the social. So while doing the research, we have to take care of sustainable development, and all the GSD 17 goals cover under three categories: the economics, environment, and social. So the world is very conscious about the sustainable development, but unfortunately, in the Pakistan or in the SMEs or even the big organization are not doing proper work for the sustainable development. And our research is very weak, as you know that the research has very little impact on the real practices. The academia is definitely doing the different researches, but the link between the industry and the academia is very weak. So when we have a standard in place and it will specific the requirement, then everybody have to follow these requirements to be certified on this standard. So this is the some intention from me that how we have to work. This document is very small, but definitely it will be a framework for the move forward. Thank you very much. So if anybody has a question or something is not clear, he can ask. Yes.
Shasab, can we add three pillars, the fourth pillar like corporate governance? This would be really helpful for corporations, whether small or big businesses. I don't need to mention just corporations, but businesses as a whole. So we can add a fourth one is a corporate governance.
I think it covers under all these three elements. If we talk about the governance, definitely it should go under the economics, the environment, and the social. So these are these areas are taken basically from the literature and definitions. So the corporate governance have some parts under the economics and environment or social.
Fine.
So to move forward, definitely I believe and I know that all the people are professionals, and but we have to narrow down the work to put all the relevant information in the form of the standard. If we have many things to discuss or it will be very subjective, then definitely it will be very difficult to move our journey to develop the standard. So these are the very simple things to move forward, and on the basis of these three areas, one is the standard, the second is the research process, and the fourth is the third is the sustainable development. So standard, what we have to develop, and the research process and the sustainable development is our areas from where we have get the data and put in our standard. So it is not very difficult thing, and we can do it easily, but definitely it required your professional inputs, so we can move in a right direction and we can develop in a very comprehensive manner. फुरकान साहब आप कुछ बात करना चाह रहे हैं?
जी जी राधा साहब, मैं I just want to know would this standard be certifiable or this would be just a guideline for use?
No, these will be requirements and it will be the same standard like ISO 9000. It will be certifiable.
Okay, it would be certifiable. Okay, okay. So, what is the expectation? Would the individual would be apply for this certification, or the industries would be apply for this certification?
It will be for the industries. Like
It
the
would be for the industry.
ISO 9000, it will be same on the same pattern like ISO 9000, ISO 14000, and not the individual, but an individual can be trained as a professional, as a auditor, and but ultimately the industry will be the right who can apply for this standard because it is the management system standard.
Okay. For example, I want to do some research in my thesis or in my thesis. So can I apply for this standard as an individual for the certification?
No, not as an individual, but as an organization you can apply. If you are a research organization or any type of SME, you can apply.
Like if we are a university or if we are a technical institute on like this kind of organization, so we can apply for this certification.
Yes.
Okay.
Any type of organization,
Okay,
either it is the
Thank
small,
you very
medium, or large,
much for your
or it is the
clarification.
service or the product industry, they can apply.
Shah Sahab, one more time, we'd like you to emphasize how we move ahead with this work. Will you be constituting the working groups?
Yes, we will divide the committee in the working groups, and there are 8 areas on which we have to work, and we will divide the areas among the working groups, and each working group will complete its area, and they will discuss with me, and we will finalize the things, and then at some level of point, we will share the working of each group with the whole committee. Because in our committee, the people are from the certification bodies, they have very good idea of the standards. People from the consultancy background and training background, they have the very good knowledge of the standard, and there are people who are manufacturing from the manufacturing sector, and they are practicing these standards, and definitely people from academia are doing the research. So we will try to form a working group in a way that in each group, the one should be from the certification, one should be from the manufacturing, and one should be from the academia. So there are the multiple opinions on the fraud one.
सब मेरा आपसे एक सवाल है
जी
और वो सवाल है कि आपका जो लेआउट आप डिफाइन कर रहे हैं इस टाइम, आप उस प्रपोजल से स्टार्ट करेंगे जो आपने मेंबर से ऑलरेडी शेयर कर दिया है, या फिर आपने जस्ट नेक्स्ट टेक्निकल कमेटी में वो कमेटी ड्राफ्ट पे आ जाना है? कहाँ से बात शुरू करना चाहते हैं आप अपनी टेक्निकल कमेटी स्टैंडर्ड की?
ये हम लोग जो है वो डायरेक्ट जो ड्राफ्ट पे जाना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि जो हमारा लेआउट है वो बिल्कुल हमारे सामने है कि जी ये चीजें हमने करनी है। तो हम जो है वो डायरेक्ट जो है जो स्टैंडर्ड का ड्राफ्ट है उसके ऊपर वर्किंग करेंगे, और उसमें आईएसओ ने जो है ना
ड्राफ्ट की तरफ जाएंगे।
हाँ जी, टेक्निकल ड्राफ्ट की तरफ जाएंगे, क्योंकि रीजन ये है कि आईएसओ ने एक ऐसा डॉक्यूमेंट बनाया हुआ है कि जिसमें जस्ट हमने जो है ना वो चीजें पुट करनी है और ये हमारा स्टैंडर्ड बन जाना है। सर जो क्लास 8 है उस पर थोड़ा सा हमें जो ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग करनी होगी, बाकी जो है वो चीजें आईएसओ का एक डॉक्यूमेंट है जिसमें हमने सिर्फ ये चीजें पुट करनी है और वो ये स्टैंडर्ड बन जाना है। तो उसमें जो है वो सबकी
इनपुट वो वाला फॉर्मेट ऑफ आईएसओ स्टैंडर्ड वाली आप स्लाइड शेयर करें।
हाँ जी, वो मैं
आईएसओ स्टैंडर्ड वाली स्लाइड आप शेयर करें, उसी वही स्लाइड आप सेकंड
ये जो है
शेयर करें।
ये जो है वो अगर आप देखें,
मैं एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ फुरकान बात।
बिल्कुल हाँ जी, फुरकान साहब आप इसको बता सकते हैं, आप एक्सप्लेन करते हैं सर।
जी जी, क्योंकि आपने टास्क मुझे दिया था तो मैं
एक्सप्लेन
कर देता हूँ।
जी जी काइंडली।
कि आईएसओ ने एक हाई लेवल स्ट्रक्चर, एक हाई लेवल स्ट्रक्चर एनएक्सएसएल के नाम से जो ऑलरेडी ड्राफ्ट किया हुआ, जिसके ऊपर आईएसओ के जितने भी स्टैंडर्ड दुनिया भर के अंदर डेवलप हो रहे हैं और इम्प्लीमेंटेशन की तरफ जा रहे हैं, वो एनएक्सएसएल की बेसिस के ऊपर जा रहे हैं। हमारा ये प्रपोजल आप यहाँ पर ब्रीफ कर रहे थे थोड़ी देर पहले।
मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम स्टैंडर्ड की जो स्ट्रक्चर होती है वो हाई लेवल स्ट्रक्चर कहलाती है, जिसके ये पैरामीटर्स डिफाइन किए हुए हैं आईएसओ में, और हर मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम स्टैंडर्ड जो है वो हाई लेवल स्ट्रक्चर भी नहीं है। ये भी मैं आपको क्लियर करता हूँ।
जी जी, आप बिल्कुल ठीक कह रही हैं, आई बिल्कुल एग्री विद यू। तो ये स्टैंडर्ड भी जो है जो रिसर्च मैनेजमेंट स्टैंडर्ड है, इसको भी हमने इसको भी एनएक्सएसएल की बेसिस के ऊपर डिफाइन करना है, जिस तरह शाह साहब अभी बता रहे थे। इस हाई लेवल स्ट्रक्चर में हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज ऑलरेडी डिफाइंड है, उसके अंदर सिर्फ हमने अपनी चीजें पुट इन करनी है। जो हमारा कॉन्सेप्ट है उस कॉन्सेप्ट को उसके अंदर प्लेस इन करना है। उस कॉन्सेप्ट को जब हम प्लेस इन करेंगे तो उसके ऊपर फिर हमें हमारी जितनी भी हमारे ये जितने प्रोफेशनल्स हमारे इस वर्किंग कमेटी के अंदर मौजूद है, हम हो सकती हैं वो भी हम उसको लेने के लिए तैयार होंगे, ताकि हम उसकी बुनियाद के ऊपर
हम इसको वोट ऑफ सर्विस के साथ हैंडल कर लें। The voice is audible.
Yes, it is.
Chairman is requested to respond to the question, please. चले मैं ही फिर इसको करती हूँ। मेरे ख्याल से देयर इज अ कनेक्शन इशू एट हिज एंड। सर अब ऐसा करते हैं कि नेक्स्ट हम कोशिश करते हैं कि नेक्स्ट मंथ में एक मीटिंग रखें और उसमें हम ड्राफ्टिंग की ज़्यादा यानी टूल्स एंड टर्म्स यूज करें। कि लेट सपोज अगर आप नेक्स्ट मीटिंग में इंट्रोडक्शन या नॉर्मेटिव रेफरेंसेस एंड टर्म्स एंड डेफिनेशन ये 3 क्लॉज ले लेते हैं, तो इंट्रोडक्शन में क्या क्या कुछ होना चाहिए और किसकी वर्किंग ग्रुप की जिम्मेदारी होगी कि इंट्रोडक्शन को फाइनलाइज करके नेक्स्ट मीटिंग में रिपोर्ट करें। नॉर्मेटिव रेफरेंसेस क्या होते हैं और किस तरह से स्टैंडर्ड में होने चाहिए, एंड टर्म्स एंड डेफिनेशंस एज पर एकेडेमिया, डिफरेंट सेक्टर्स, गवर्नमेंट, प्राइवेट एंड यूज, क्या क्या टर्म्स इस स्टैंडर्ड्स में एज पर दिस स्कोप होने चाहिए। 3 क्लॉज हम डिसाइड कर लेते हैं कि इंट्रोडक्शन, नॉर्मेटिव रेफरेंसेस एंड टर्म्स एंड डेफिनेशन। इसकी हम वर्किंग कर लेंगे बाय डेवलपिंग डिफरेंट वर्किंग ग्रुप। किसी को कोई टास्क दे दिया जाएगा, किसी को कोई टास्क दे दिया जाएगा, किसी को कोई टास्क दे दिया जाएगा। अगर आप लोग एग्री करते हैं या कोई मजीद इस बात पे इनपुट देना चाहते हैं तो प्लीज यू कैन शेयर योर इनपुट।
I think this is okay.
It's okay.
ओके चले बस सर, ये आज हमारी थोड़ा सा प्रीलिम में भी हमने मीटिंग रखी थी नेक्स्ट मेरी कोशिश होगी कि मैं आपको थोड़ा सा ओवरव्यू बताऊं व्हाट इज द नेशनल मिरर कमेटी। जब आप ये काम कर रहे हैं तो इसको हमने ISO से कैसे लिंक करना होगा ये भी मैं आपको साथ साथ बताती रहूंगी ताकि आप लोग कनेक्टेड टू द इंटरनेशनल मैकेनिज्म ऑफ स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन। सो मेरे ख्याल से रजा शाह साहब इज अनेबल टू हेयर माय वॉइस बिकॉज ही इज नॉट रिस्पॉन्डिंग। So I would like to present vote of thanks to all of you. Thank you very much for allocation your precious time with us, and I hope you will continue your support with us and you will develop a very useful and very effective document for the society of nation, for the society of Pakistan. And I appreciate your efforts in this regard. And please keep continue your presence in every technical committee because you are the valuable members. And those members who are unable to participate in the technical committee must ensure their apology because this is the diagram of standardization mechanisms. Once you are unable to attend, you give your apology. So we should not, you are very interested or considerable approach with the standardization. So once again, thank you very much. And if I have any comment, then you can share. Otherwise, we end this meeting, but chairman is not, I think, available with us.
Yeah, I am here. And yes, thank you very much, Ma'am Annie, for facilitating this event. And I am really thankful for all the participants for giving their time and giving their opinion. And then hope that in the coming days, we will be able to develop a very good standard on this subject. And this subject is very important and it was neglected, especially in the Pakistan and all over the world because even the ISO has not developed any standard on it. So hopefully it will be a good thing if we will be able to develop this standard. So thank you very much for all the participants and giving their time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ji.
Okay, ji. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.
Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yes.